Another way to do this that I love is to have a mat. And I'll tell you what's different about this, at least from my opinion and why I like it. But you're going to have a mat. And this time you're going to, obviously, if you don't feel good being on your knees, you wouldn't do this. But I'm down on the mat, on my knees. Same thing, this very long pole. I'm just going to try it this way this time. It's like the hardest part for me. So, and you could switch arms. I'm just going to be consistent to what I was doing, but I'm down on my knees here. My knees are about hip width apart, so they're not crazy wide. They're kind of just like right underneath me. The same rules apply, right? So you want to feel like your back of your head, between your shoulder blades, between your tail. Now me just holding this position, the only way I can be here and actually feel like I'm not tipped this way for me, for my body, my glutes are working and my low abdominals are working. It's like I'm pushing them forward a little bit to get there. That's for me. Again, you want to try to find what we call that neutral pelvis. So you don't want it to be tipped and your back is overly arched, but you also don't want it to be like, I can't even do it because I don't have that range because I'm so tight through the front, but you also don't want to be like crazy tucked under either, right? So you're just trying to find that neutral. Once you're there, it's the same thing, except this feels a little more contained, at least for me. So you're going to actually, let me pull this stick up because it might, oh no, sorry, we're gonna put it back down. I thought it's just almost touching the ceiling. It's not touching the floor. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna inhale. And this time, my sits bones are spreading and I'm shifting my weight back to my heels. Okay, so there's a little bit of like hip flexion happening here too. And then from there, what pulls me back up is the zip in my lower abdominals and my sits bones squeezing together to engage my glutes. So from here, you're going to do it on your exhale. Exhale. And that's what pushes you up. So inhale on the way down. My hips are creasing, my are hinging, my tail's going back towards my heels. And then you exhale, and that's what drives you front. Now I'm shaking doing this because clearly I need to work on this. But on the way up, I'm shaking. It's okay if you're not shaking. I just really want you to feel like you're driving yourself back up and forward through your low abdominals and your tush. That is key with all these things. Most women that come see me, they have, if they're having low back pain, it's like their low back is hurting because they're, straining and compressing through there. They might be gripping their quads, they might be gripping their hamstrings, and they're underutilizing those low abdominals and the glute muscles, right? So we're just trying to get those working and knowing how to do that, like second nature, because as we progress and make things harder with more load, that's going to help out a ton. So doing this again, you're in your neutral to start. So you want that hip right above the knee. You don't want to be starting with the hip behind the knee. So if I look down, there's like a crease in my hip. I want to start with my hip right above my knee. Okay, and you can have your feet up or you can have them down just based on comfort. There's reasons I might tell you individually to do certain things, but for our purposes here, you can just do whatever. So go ahead, you're going to go down, inhale. Sits bones spread. I keep all those points where they started. Exhale, and you press up. Let's try 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Sits bones spread. Exhale, engage your core, engage your glutes, and then push up. And that's it.